right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the pic shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
And you mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake! Bukake!
I posted the link to that video in the chat, and I also posted the link to that video in the description. So if you can take a second, go over there real quick, give it a like, subscribe to Microdots. Great video. I had to open this stream with that. Absolutely wonderful. Good stuff. And Kathy P, you are saying that you can't compare Turtleboy to any of these other journalists. Well, I beg to differ, and I'm going to prove it tonight. So what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to try to move this along because there is a lot to go over. And what I would like to do at some point, I'm going to try to assemble a panel of YouTube attorneys. Is my goal. That's what I would like to do at some point. I'd like to assemble a panel of attorneys and get all of their input on what they think of everything that's happening right now to Turtleboy. And now, make no mistake, people, I want to be very clear about something. We're going to talk a lot about Turtleboy and the links that these people have gone to silence him. But it's very important that we do not forget the overall reason why this is all happening to Turtleboy. This is always about the justice for John O'Keefe. And if you believe Karen Reed to be innocent, which I personally do so far, again, I have to wait until trial comes out before I see all of the evidence, before I make a definitive decision. But as of right now, and as of everything that I have seen, I absolutely believe that Karen Reed is innocent. So, right now, this is about justice for John O'Keefe and justice for Karen Reed. It is meaningless. It is absolutely meaningless to to follow what Turtleboy is doing and support Turtleboy unless we are following his work and we see the value in the things that he has been doing. So it's very, very important that we keep these things in mind moving forward and we don't lose sight of what this is all truly about. This is, at the end of the day, justice for John O'Keefe. Okay. So I'm really excited because if you guys know me, those of you that have been with me for the last 5 years ish, uh I get really excited about certain cases. Once in a while, a case comes along where I just become absolutely passionate about it. And I was already becoming very passionate. I was mostly passionate about my curiosity, just about the John O'Keefe uh, case and the Karen Reed case. But then they arrested Turtle Boy, and then uh, I just saw injustice, absolutely, without a doubt, taking place. So something is happening here, and he is shaking some trees here, and people are getting scared. Um, and so uh, I am going to do now. Recently, Turtle Boy posted both on Twitter and in his Facebook group posted that he was asking all of us to find the inconsistencies, the accusations in this affidavit, as well as and compare them to his actual quotes. Now, this is going to take a while. I figured I could wait until somebody just put something all together, which would be very tedious and take a long time. But as you guys know, I like to do things. Those who know me well know that I like to do things and I like to do them live. And I like to share that experience with you guys. So this is going to be a little time consuming, but I am going to go over this affidavit and I am going to find every single episode listed that they are trying to use as evidence against Turtle Boy. I'm going to go over every single episode and every single timestamp that's listed in this affidavit, and we are going to review each one of those things together and compare them to what the context that they are putting them in this affidavit and trying to accuse him of. So this is what we're going to do tonight. And we're going to do it as long as it takes. I'm going to do as many of these live streams as it absolutely takes. So we're going to go ahead and just get started here. And, you know, I want to be very clear about something. The very least, with everything that Turtle Boy has done, I mean, I think getting arrested and having these trumped up charges put on him is says a lot about what he's done for Karen Reed and for John O'Keefe. So I think that the least that we could do to pay that back to him in some way, shape, or form is to try to at least put somewhere out there on record, and I can use my platform, put this stuff out there on record, um, a alternate perspective as to what this prosecution is trying to paint Turtle Boy as. So that is what we are doing today, and that's what we're going to continue to do. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's get through this real quick.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. 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 I think we got a super cat. I think we got a super cat.
Thank you, Cock Church. Oh my God, not
I
again.
think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. 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 I think we got a super cat. I think we got a super cat. I think we got a super cat.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. So Team Brittany, thank you so much. See the truth, people. The truth, not rumors. Exactly. And Christina Lararola. Love this. Thank you. We love you too. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. And KB Investigates, member for 9 months. Thank you for doing a deep dive on this case. Now I'm doing the deep dive on the Turtleboy case. This is what we're doing tonight. Now, what we're going to now, as far as the deep dive on the John O'Keefe case, Karen Reed case, you need to refer to Tracy Ann Chasing, her Deets on the Streets, Gavel Geeks. These ladies have been kicking ass, working hard, putting together as simplified of a timeline as you can get so that all of us understand. You might hear little opinions here and there, but what you are seeing, the things that they are sharing are documents, they are facts, they are absolute, irrefutable documents. Now, those things are made available. I did not share it here. Let me do this real quick. There we go. Okay, so right here, I'm posting in chat everything that you need on the John O'Keefe Karen Reed case. Everything that you need is in that spreadsheet. Everything. So, and that was put together by the amazing Sleuthy Goosey. And I'm really grateful to her for that. And please make sure to go ahead and bookmark that, save it wherever you need to save it, on your computer, on your phone, on your iPad, whatever. But that is everything that you're going to need to reference. And if you form an opinion on this case, do not do so with anything other than the documents provided to you in that spreadsheet. Okay, because those are the actual documents. Do not go by rumor. Do not go by hearsay. Do not go by anything. Do not go by any YouTubers. I don't even think that Turtleboy would want you to go just by his opinion. Turtleboy would probably likely, and I don't like to speak for him, but I would think that he's a pretty fact-driven guy. I get that impression from him, and he would absolutely want you to go by the facts, by the documents, by the absolute irrefutable data. Oh my goodness, not again.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. 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 I think we got a super cat.
Team Brittany, truth people, just do your research, please. No dance needed. Will just want truth here. I should have read that first before I played the Cuck Church dance. But thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Now we are going to go over, let's see here. Let me go ahead and I love how it's titled Statement of Facts. That's why I put facts in quotations. I don't know if it was the person who sent this to me that put it that way or what. But this is what it says here. I'll go ahead and start reading it now. As I'm reading this, I'm sorry I cannot see the chat. So any memberships or super chats that happen while I'm there and I don't acknowledge them, I do apologize. I just can't see them at the moment. So it says here, intimidation of witness, violation of MGL Chapter 268, Section 13B. On the morning of January 29th, 2022, John O'Keefe was found unresponsive. Now, mind you, this is made up by the prosecution. Okay. On the morning of January 29th, 2022, John O'Keefe was found unresponsive on the front lawn of 34 Fairview Road, Canton, Massachusetts. He was transported to a Good Samaritan hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The office of the chief medical examiner determined the cause of death to be blunt force to the head and hypothermia. Evidence was presented to the Norfolk County grand jury and indicated the night of January 28th, 2022, Reed and O'Keefe were at two Canton restaurants, C.F. McCarthy's and The Waterfall, were friends. After The Waterfall closed at shortly after midnight, Reed and O'Keefe were invited to 34 Fairview Road, Canton. Witnesses stated Reed and O'Keefe did not enter 34 Fairview Road. Okay, very important. They say neither one of them entered 34 Fairview Road. Witnesses stated that Reed and O'Keefe did not enter 34 Fairview Road. The Norfolk grand jury indicted Karen Reed on second-degree murder, motor vehicle manslaughter while OUI, and leaving the scene of a motor vehicle crash causing death. The indictment alleges Reed struck O'Keefe with her motor vehicle and left the scene. The case is currently pending in Norfolk Superior Court. The lead investigator for the above investigation is Trooper Michael Proctor of the Massachusetts State Police, assigned to the Norfolk State Police Detective Unit. Trooper Proctor testified before the grand jury and continues to conduct investigative work on the case. Michael Proctor is married to Elizabeth Proctor. Elizabeth is not a witness to the investigation, but a family member, as mentioned in MGL 268-13B. Oh, wait. I'm not going to play the song, but I am going to acknowledge this because I caught it via my phone. It flashed out at me, the colors. Patty Murphy, thank you. 2 items. What is the DA so afraid of? And why won't Brian Albert turn over his cell phone? That is a great question. 2 great questions. And why won't Jennifer McCabe take the stand? That's another question. Why is Jennifer McCabe afraid to take the stand? Was John O'Keefe not a friend of hers? Did their children not play together? Why would she not want to testify against the woman who supposedly murdered her friend? Doesn't make sense. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now, during the investigation into O'Keefe's deaths, now, real quick. Now, one thing that Turtleboy has revealed, it's very important to point this out. One thing that Turtleboy has revealed is, because what they're doing is they're naming Michael Proctor and his wife. This is a very clear order, Will, but keep the truth thing going. Okay, yes, thank you, Team Brittany. The lead investigator is Michael Proctor. Okay, now he's married to Elizabeth Proctor. Now they're trying to make Elizabeth Proctor out to be an innocent bystander in all this, which she more than likely. I mean, I don't know what role she plays here, but make no mistake that Michael Proctor is a high school friend of Brian Albert and several others. To my knowledge, I don't have that exactly correct. But I know that he has a personal connection to the Alberts. And as I understand it, he was off duty and he was put on the case as the lead detective in John O'Keefe's death. So that's a little fishy. And in this investigation, during this investigation, it seems absolutely and totally half-assed. Michael Proctor did not seek a search warrant for the Albert home for 34 Fairview Drive. We got statements. We got very, very fishy, loose, half-assed statements in regards to that evening, and some of them are conflicting, in my opinion. Some of them are conflicting. And in other cases, like another thing that bothers me is it's only all these statements are all about what happened at the bar, nothing in regards to what happened that night. Now, one might argue, well, that's because John never entered the home. But the problem is that there's too much evidence to dictate that he did enter that home. You know, just to kind of, I'm sorry, I'm going to slow things down a little bit here, but I was, I've been paying a lot closer attention to Miss Jennifer Coffendoffer on Twitter, and man, you know, I never had anything negative to say about her before this case, but the stuff that she tweets makes it real hard not to look at her as just exactly what Turtleboy describes her as. You know, I mean, when he was up here and I was speaking to Turtleboy, when he was up here and I was speaking with him, he was just throwing the most outrageous insults at this woman. And I was laughing, half because the insults were funny, but the other half because I was like, oh my God, this guy, you know, this guy just doesn't give a fuck. And you know, like this guy's just not holding back. And I started following her on Twitter, and we've been kind of going at it on Twitter. I've been sharing, I've been responding to some of these things because some of her posts are just fucking asinine, dude. Because she's saying, well, okay, John O'Keefe did not have a jacket on. He did not have a coat on when he was found, but that doesn't prove that he was in the house. Okay, well, the fact that you're not stating that there was a coat found in Karen Reed's car, in her very large SUV, as you guys put it. Team Brittany, thank you so much again. Jesus. Free Karen Reed. Really, guys? Look at the evidence. Duh, exactly. I mean, why wouldn't she? Why? I mean, his coat wasn't found in Karen Reed's car, so in her SUV, in the alleged murder weapon, right? So why was there no jacket found? I mean, you're going to tell me that homeboy was bar hopping. Okay, wait a second. Dietz is saying something important here. He didn't have a jacket or coat on when he went into the bar or when he came out of it. Why would he have one on later? Okay, that's a good point. Why wouldn't he have a jacket on going into the bar? I mean, is that for sure? Is there video footage of him not having a jacket on? Who doesn't wear a jacket in Boston? Okay, she testified for the grand jury. Who testified for the grand jury? A sweatshirt only. Okay. All right. See, this is why you guys need to subscribe to to Tracy Ann and Tracy Ann Chasing and watch those videos that they're doing. This is why you need to subscribe to them. Okay, because they have been following every single little aspect and detail of this case inside and out. But since this was about Jennifer Coffendoffer, okay, no jacket, granted, fine. Why didn't Jennifer Coffendoffer know that if she's going off and tweeting about it? You know what I mean? Every single thing that she does is it's all half-assed information. Everything she tweets. Okay, that's what they claim is the video footage. We have not seen the footage yet, but that's what was testified to in the grand jury, is what you're saying. Got it. Yeah. So Deets on the Streets, just so you guys know, Deets on the Streets and Tracy Ann Chasing have done an abundant amount of research on this case. So I have every reason in the world to have confidence in the things that they say in regards to this case. If you guys are wondering why I'm investing so much stock into it. All right. So we're going to move on to the affidavit here. Now, as I was saying, Turtleboy states that based on his research and his investigations, he states that Michael Proctor is a very close friend of the Albert family. So the Proctor family are very close friends to the Albert family, which clearly makes this a conflict of interest. Why would the friends of these people, why would a close friend of these people be in charge of this investigation? Which would also indicate as to why there was no search done of the home, why the statements were taken so half-ass, why no investigations, no follow-ups were done when there are clear conflicting stories in all these different statements. At least in my opinion, they're conflicting. At least enough to raise suspicion, put it that way. Now, let's move on here. All right. So during the investigation into O'Keefe's deaths, witnesses were identified, interviewed, and testified before the grand jury. These civilian witnesses were present with O'Keefe and Reed in the hours leading up to O'Keefe's death and his discovery on January 29th, 2022. The witnesses include Matthew McCabe, interviewed by investigators. Matthew was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death. Observed an SUV believed to be Reed's in front of 34 Fairview Road and testified at the grand jury. Jennifer McCabe, interviewed by investigators. Jennifer was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death. Observed an SUV believed to be Reed's in front of 34 Fairview Road, was with Reed when O'Keefe was found unresponsive and testified at the grand jury. Brian Albert, interviewed by investigators. Brian was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall West restaurant, homeowner of 34 Fairview Road, and testified at the grand jury. Julie Albert, wife of Chris, interviewed by investigators. Julie was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death and testified at the grand jury. Chris Albert, husband of Julie, first interviewed by investigators on February 10th, 2022. Chris was with O'Keefe and Reed at the Waterfall restaurant before O'Keefe's death and testified at the grand jury. Colin Albert, interviewed by investigators, son of Chris and Julie Albert. Juliana Nagel, interviewed by investigators. Juliana was present at 34 Fairview Road when people were arriving from the Waterfall restaurant and observed an SUV believed to be Reed's parked in front of 34 Fairview Road. In an April 2023 motion filed by Reed's defense attorneys, defendant's motion for order pursuant to Massachusetts, blah, 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 blah. I don't know all of these codes and law stuff, people. I am a layman, to say the least. It says directed to Brian Albert, Verizon, and AT&T, alleged police misconduct and conspiracy among the civilian witnesses to frame Reed for the death of O'Keefe. The motion calls Brian Albert a suspect and Jennifer McCabe a conspirator who took calculated steps to purge her phone of this inculpatory evidence. A local blogger, Aidan Kearney, has adopted defense claims. Kearney runs a series of websites and social media accounts under the name Turtleboy. The social media accounts include Turtleboy Daily News, X formerly Twitter, 33,800 followers. Aiden Kearney, Dr. Turtleboy X, formerly Twitter, 44,800 followers. Turtleboy Facebook, 27,000 followers. And Turtleboy Live on YouTube, 41,000 subscribers. Kearney refers to his followers as Turtle Riders. Beginning in April 2023, Kearney began posting articles to his website and social media accounts where he adopts the defense allegations as true and makes personal attacks on the civilian witnesses, members of their family, and their friends. Kearney authors and publishes a blog on the website, turtleboydailynews.com or tbdailynews.com. The website has a series of articles entitled Canton Cover-Up. As of September 28th, 2023, at least 164 articles have been posted to the website under this category regarding Karen Read. Kearney posts weekly videos to YouTube where he has discussed Karen Read and made statements regarding witnesses. Below are a small selection of verbal statements made by Kearney in these videos that have been published to followers and are publicly available for viewing without being a subscriber or follower and have been archived by investigators. Okay, now this is what we're going to get into, folks. Now, we are going to go through each one of these. I don't give a shit how long it takes. I mean, maybe not all tonight, but we are going to go through them. Sorry, my StreamYard just did a little weirdy something. But we may not go through them all tonight, but we are going to go through each one of them. Okay? Make no mistake about that. So let's see. Episode 594, right? Let's search Turtleboy here. Let's go to his page. Here we go. Let's check these timestamps. Okay. So what it says here. Okay, what it says here is episode 594. That's what I have pulled up right now. Turtleboy returns to Canton. Video posted shortly after Kearney visited homes of witnesses. Okay, now I don't know if there's video footage of that, but you'd think that they would have posted the links to that. So it says here, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back at the 57-minute mark. Okay. So that's all it says here. This is it says here in quotes, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back at the 57-minute mark. That's all it says he says. Okay. Now let's try to get some context on that real quick. 57 minutes, right? Let's start it at 56:34. So we can get the full context, folks. Because now, mind you, when they say this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back. It sounds all malicious. It sounds all mischievous. It sounds, ominous. Like he's making a threat. Like it sounds very sinister the way that they put it. And no, the statement alone is not a threat. It's kind of ridiculous that it's made out to be one. But let's listen. Let's see the context in which this was said.
Notification on their phone, right? So they don't answer. None of these people want like. Right. I don't understand this either. Like,
okay,
what are you people so afraid of? The boogeyman doesn't.
Okay, so that is him showing up at somebody's home. I don't know whose home that is. Let's see. Let's find out. I mean, is that 34?
And doesn't see anything else. Like doesn't see. It says he sees V-shaped tire marks, but doesn't see a gigantic body lying in the snow. So here's 31 Fairview, another one.
Okay, so what he's doing, it looks like to me, is he's going to, yeah, that's Fairview, and the house that he was just showing was 34 Fairview, and now he's going to the house across the street. I'm guessing to see if anyone saw anything or if they have any doorbell ring cameras. So, and that's the thing is, I would absolutely to all the idiots don't get it. Thank you, Team Brittany, appreciate it. I normally I would have a problem with this. Normally I would absolutely be like, this is not okay, because you're interfering with an ongoing investigation. But that's under the impression that law enforcement when I'm of the belief that law enforcement is actually doing what they can to actually investigate to get to the truth. I'm not seeing that. I'm not getting that impression at all. So if the cops aren't going to do it, then who else is going to do it? Normally I'd be like, this is not okay. But in a situation like this, where I'm not getting any impression that law enforcement is doing anything to actually get justice for John O'Keefe, well then, okay. Now, would I do it? No. But you can decide yourself if it's whether or not it's my code of ethics or whether or not I don't have the balls. That's up to you. You figure that out.
They have a ring camera. Let's see what they say.
So yes,
the only part of the car that was messed up was the tail light and the hair. They found the goddamn hair that stayed on the bumper
Another ring
after
camera.
a road trip 50 miles to Dayton and back.
This is a neighbor's house, right? This is a neighbor's house, correct? It's across the street.
Where
And
does
that
who
is the
lives
view
with
that
so is that a ring camera or just a doorbell?
the ring camera would have. Correct. It's across the street.
Where does
And that
who
is the
lives with
view that their ring camera would have. They would
Look at
certainly
that.
have if John went into the house.
Right.
So like,
Karen
okay,
drives
so
him right
this
off
is
the
so
net
this
way.
is an even better view, right? So this is Karen Reed's car came from this direction, and Ryan Nagel's car. So Karen Reed pulls up right here and drops John O'Keefe off, because obviously you're gonna want to, like, this door right here is kind of where they enter the home, and it's not like the mud room. There's like a living room in here, and so she drops him off. And keep in mind, he's wearing a long sleeve t-shirt, and it's freezing cold outside. If you're wearing something like that, you're gonna run into that house, aren't you? You're gonna run like the Dickens. So he runs into the house. That would explain, people are like, why didn't Ryan Nagel see him? Because he ran into the house.
Right.
And he's got the fuck out.
Now, let me elaborate on that a little bit, because I'm of the opinion Ryan Nagel's statement to me is what sticks out more than any other statement. Okay. More than any other statement, that is the one that sticks out the most to me. Because in Ryan Nagel's statement, which I will read to you right now, as a matter of fact, because let's go ahead and open our sleuthy goosey Karen Reed textbooks, folks. Let's see real quick. Documents. Is it under documents? I think so. Yes. Ryan Nagel interview right here. So, Ryan told us that Richie stopped the F-150. Now, Richie was driving. He was with his buddy, and I think his girlfriend was in the back seat. And Ryan was riding shotgun while Richie drove Ryan's truck. And Richie stopped the F-150 directly in front of the driveway belonging to 34 Fairview, and remembers the black SUV stopping along the right-hand curb towards the left side of the property as you look at the home from the street. When asked, Ryan stated he did not observe any erratic operation by the SUV as it turned from Centerest, I don't know how to say that street name, onto Fairview, or at any point while in his presence. Ryan went on to say that their F-150 remained in the front of the home for a period of time that was no longer than 5 minutes, at which time his sister Julie came out of the house and asked if the three of them would like to come inside. Ryan refused the invite, and Julie stated that she wanted to stay a while longer and would most likely spend the night at 34 Fairview. Now, who knows what is going on there? I always thought that was a little weird, but, you know, people fucking change their mind all the time, so who knows? Upon conclusion of their conversation, Julie retreated back inside the home, and Ryan noticed that the SUV pulled up a few feet to the far edge of the property line between 34 and the neighboring property where the flagpole was located along the same bushes. Ryan stated that the SUV's driver did not appear to place the vehicle into park, as the rear brake lights were illuminated. Pay attention, folks. The rear brake lights were illuminated to include the third top center light at the initial positioning and after it had pulled up. Okay? So that means that all of the lights, he saw the rear of the car. Now, apparently, and now, according to the prosecution, Karen Reed backed into John O'Keefe, correct? And in doing so, she broke a taillight. Okay? Right? And he just stated that in his statement right here that I'm reading states that none of the that all of the brake lights were illuminated. Okay? It also goes on to say Trooper Proctor asked Ryan if at any point he heard screams, yelling, or any noise coming from the black SUV while he was on Fairview, to which he stated no. Ryan added that as Richie pulled away from 34 Fairview, their F-150 drove past the black SUV, at which time Ryan observed the interior light on and a Caucasian female operator seated inside the vehicle holding the steering wheel at the 10 and 2 looking straight ahead of her. Ryan told us that he did not see anyone else inside the passenger compartment during his brief observations of the SUV or as they drove by it. Ryan did not see the SUV leave and did not note any damage to the vehicle as he remembers. Okay? Now, 3 things to take note of here. Very, very, very important. A, he noticed that all of he had a clear view of the back of the SUV. All the brake lights were all illuminated. Her foot was on the brake. Okay. B, he saw that she was alone inside the car. And he could see this clearly because the lights on the inside of the car were illuminated. The inside, the cab lights inside the SUV were lit up. Okay. And C, no visible damage that he can remember to the SUV. Now, that tells me that if John O'Keefe was not in this SUV and the prosecution is correct, then Karen had already hit John O'Keefe. Okay? Because he can only be one of 2 places. One of 2 places. Inside the SUV or inside the house. Right? Well, one of 3 places. Inside the SUV, inside the house, or laying dead on the property. Right? Now, if he's not in the house and she already hit him, why wasn't the taillight damaged? He could see all the taillights. They were all on. They were all illuminated. Right? That tells me that John O'Keefe could be nowhere else but inside that house. Nowhere else but inside that house. If she had hit him, then the taillight would be broken, according to the prosecution, right? And he'd be lying in the snow. Now, it's possible he wouldn't have been able to see him lying in the snow, but the taillight would be broken. Okay? Now, if the taillight's not broken, well, that would mean, well, then maybe he never went into the house. Maybe she hadn't hit him yet. But that would mean that he would be inside the SUV, wouldn't it? But if he's not inside the SUV and the taillight's not broken, well, guess what? There's only one other place that leaves. Inside 34 Fairview Road. There is no other place he could have been. Plain and simple. Now,
And what does Karen Reed do? Well, she pulls her car up to the flagpole and sits there and waits 10 minutes for John to text her back and say everything's fine. He doesn't. She gets the fuck out of there. And she's like, I guess he's fine. Whatever he must be having. Must be doing keg stands by now. And gets the fuck out of there. So, because we know that Ryan Nagel testified, told police that he saw Karen Reed sitting over here. That he saw Karen Reed sitting right here with hands at 10 and 2 and the interior lights on, and there was nobody next to him. He was not in the car. So had she killed him yet? So he wasn't in the car.
okay, now I'm not hearing anything even leading up to any threatening, nothing. We've got about a minute and a few seconds left before the timestamp of what this indictment says, of what this probable cause affidavit says. We've just got a couple more minutes here. Well, about a little over a minute.
In the car. So, and he's not inside because he never went inside, they say. So that means she must have already hit him, right? Is that what they're saying? She must have already hit him. And so where's the body? He didn't see a body. And are we to believe that she just killed him somehow before in the 5 to 10 seconds before Ryan Nagel got there? She killed him and then just fucking sat there. Nah, just sit here. Fuck it. I mean, that's
Right.
gangster as fuck.
It's brazen
You're
as
just
hell.
gonna kill a dude, but like didn't just sit there for 10 minutes? Yeah. Okay. I
At
mean,
least-
who the fuck believes this shit? How
At least 5 minutes, according to Ryan Nagel.
retarded do you have to be to believe this? Sweet Jesus.
Notification on their phone, right?
So they don't answer. None of these people want to, like,
Right.
I don't understand this either. Like, what are you people so afraid of? The boogeyman doesn't live there anymore.
Okay, here
You
we
can't
go.
even be like, oh, I'm scared of Brian. Like, no, you don't need to be scared of Brian anymore. We neutered his ass. He's like Brian Albert is so used to being the alpha male of kin.
Okay, now I could be wrong. And this is only because I'm me. Okay. I could be wrong, but it seems like Turtleboy may have had a couple of drinks. And I'm not judging, because if anybody who knows me, they know that I like to indulge once in a while, and sometimes I have done it on live streams. So judgment, but there seems to be a little a little slurring in his speech. But I could be wrong. But like I said, I'm not judging. It's just an observation.
And he's so used to like nobody fucks with his family. 2 years ago, if anyone did what I did today to Chris Albert, Brian Albert would put them in a fucking grave, you know? He'd be like, he'd kick your ass, Seabass. And so it just must frustrate him to no end to watch me, because I know Brian Albert's watching this right now, to watch me just emasculate his family time after time. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing you can do. And I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep, like, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back. And
okay. So if that's anything, that's him saying that he's emasculating his family. Basically, his colorful way, I mean, he's a writer, for fuck's sake. That's his colorful way of saying that I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to continue to expose you for what you are. That is not a threat. Saying I'm coming back to Canton. I've already neutered your ass. I've emasculated your entire family. And he uses that term, that colorful term, because it's fitting in the way that he describes Brian Albert and his family, who are all these tough guys who are constantly posing in pictures like this and acting like the biggest tough guys of all tough guys. So it makes sense that he would use those terms to colorfully describe embarrassing them and exposing them for the liars that he believes them to be. So I'm not getting what this point here in this statement of so-called facts is. So just not getting that.
And more people are getting, like a year or so ago, people didn't want to cooperate with the Karen Reed defense team because they're like, yeah, it's easy to keep my head down and, you know, whatever, and keep a low profile. But now, you know, now they're like, fuck it. You know, we've made people realize, like, you don't have nothing to be afraid of. The big bad monster's not going to bite you. We neutered their ass. They can't do anything. They're not so tough anymore, are they? So we decide we're going to go over there. Oh, crap. What did I do? We walk right over there. Guys getting some miles in. Looking sharp.
All right, let's go to 34th Fairview. So again, this is Karen pulls in from Cedar Crest over there.
Right. Only a guilty man would find that threatening. I absolutely, totally agree. Only a guilty man would find that threatening. I mean, I wonder, just from that, this is the first fucking timestamp that I'm going over. This is the very first one. I'm dipping my toe in this fucking bullshit affidavit right now. I'm barely dipping my toe in it, and already Brian Albert acting like he's a victim by this is only proving Turtleboy's point here that he's fucking neutered. I mean, dude, where's your balls, bro? Like, seriously, you feel your fifis are hurt by this? Are you kidding me? Come on, dude. Like, you feel threatened by that? By that? Come on, bro.
Pulls up here. John jumps out. Oh, there's a little boy there.
This is the new owners. I think we should do it. Right. So I cut it off here. But
pulls up here.
Again, this is where she would have gotten out. And he would have gotten out and just sprinted in there. It's so easy.
Okay, now I'm going to try to get through these things as quick as possible, but because I mean I have to add commentary in order to to describe a different perspective than what the prosecution is doing here, to provide the proper perspective. So I have to say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the next timestamp, which is where he says, "I'll be back, get used to this," which is at the 1 hour and 19-minute mark. So here, what it looks like is he's in whatever city official building where the snowplow driver works. Okay, the snowplow driver, I guess, works for the city, I'm assuming. Let's get to the beginning of that.
Guys, he's a good old boy of Canton. Which means Ixnay on Ing Ray cameras. Okay, we're gonna go a different route. Okay, we'll go with the old smashy route. We'll do that one instead. So there we go. And again, this is investigative journalism, folks. It's not brain surgery. Now, I go there and I go into town hall. Next is town hall. So I want to talk to Michael Trotta because he hasn't called me back, or Superintendent Walsh, because Walsh is the one that ultimately.
Okay, so the town hall. So it's a public place, right? Town hall is very public.
Dispatched that morning a man by the name of Brian Lucky Laughlin to plow Fairview Road. And you know, these guys, they can't wait to get out and start their billable hours, and they are at their coffees, and they're ready to rock at 2 a.m. And Lucky Laughlin has, I believe, he's spoken to the grand jury based on what he told me. He's one of these guys. He's a good old boy of Canton, wants to be liked by everyone, and initially said that he plowed Fairview Road twice that morning, and that he did not see a body, and specifically that he would have noticed a body had he gone by. There's no way he would have missed it. Well, all of a sudden he changes his story, like a lot of these people do. And now he doesn't want to talk anymore because he doesn't want to get his homie, Brian Albert, in trouble. Because he's like, I don't want to, like, I grew up in this town. I want to fuck with these people. So I'm like, I want to talk to his boss. I'm like, because Michael Proctor never spoke with Michael Trotta, never spoke with Walsh, never spoke with him. And so I'm like, are they there? And I got this lady.
Right now, may I ask who you are?
My name's Aiden.
I'm sorry, that is an employee's assistant.
Oh.
You'd like to come to the.
Oh, how do we get in that way?
Okay. I guess we're going to this.
This counter, can I help you?
Yes, is this the Department of Public Works?
Yes, it is.
Okay, is Michael Trotta in?
He's on vacation right now. May I ask
Okay,
who you are?
my name's Aiden Carney from Turtleboy Daily News.
Mhm.
And I was also looking for Mr. Walsh. Is he around by any chance, the superintendent?
I can give you a message.
Is he here?
She
He's out in the
didn't.
Field.
She did not want to
Yeah,
work.
I've been trying to reach him, so.
Did you leave him a message?
Yes, and he hasn't called back, so.
Okay, well, he's
Can
kind
I,
of busy.
can I leave another?
It's like, you know, he's kind of busy. Oh yeah, you work for Ken. It's like, this is why I hate government employees and government workers. They're just so lazy. Like, nobody wants to fucking work. Because what do they care? They get paid the same no matter what. They're like, well, kind of busy. Well, does he have a fucking cell phone? Can you call him? Can you get off your fucking ass and do some goddamn work, lady? How about that? But she knows who I am. Like, it was very clear that she knows who I am, and she doesn't want to help me out. So I'll play your game.
One? I mean, I can wait.
You have his phone number, right?
Like, I'll wait.
I can leave the
So that's
message,
why I'm here
so-
in person.
Yep. I can leave a message and I'll get it to him.
Now watch
Before
this.
He's out in the field right now.
Watch this.
How do I spell the last name, sir?
Kearney.
She goes, how do I spell the last name, sir? She had already written out my first name and spelt it correctly. She knows who I am. She didn't have to ask my first name. She didn't even have to ask what my last name was. She just asked how to spell it. She had already spelled my name, so she knows who I am
That's a good point.
at this point. People are messaging me now, and they're saying that she is a friend. She lives in Tim Albert's neighborhood, and she is best friends with the Weeks girls. That is McCabe's sisters. So this is what we're dealing with here. This is the home cooking. So I'll be back, Miss.
So okay, that's where we're at. Okay, so now he's just established that there is clearly what we like to call in the true crime community and here in the South, what we like to call when there is cops and city people who all look out for each other, we call it good old boy bullshit. And that is Massachusetts' version, that is Canton's version of good old boy bullshit taking place. Okay? And he's exposing this. Now, this is the part where they say, okay, he's quoted in saying, "I'll be back, get used to this. These people think that I'm fucking around. You haven't seen the last of me. Get used to it, get used to it." Okay? So this is him saying that, and this is the context in which he actually said it.
This is what we're dealing with here. This is the home cooking.
Now let me let me do it in the sinister way that let me read it in the sinister way that it's stated here. "I'll be back. Get used to this. These people think that I'm fucking around. You haven't seen the last of me. Get used to it. Get used to it." Okay. Now this is how he actually says it.
Cooking. So I'll be back, Miss Miss Boys Regular. I'll be back. You haven't seen the last of me because he never called. Walshy never called me today. Trotta never called me. If you think you're going to get rid of me that easily, you're badly mistaken. I will literally sit there all day. All day. We'll order Chinese. I'll make a day of it. I'll just sit there all freaking day because he's got to come back sometime. I'll be like, I've unfinished business. We didn't see Michael Morrissey today. I'll be back. Get used to this. Like, these people think I'm fucking around. Like, I'm Mr. Internet guy. Like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write blogs all day. And it's okay. It's just writing blogs and just ignore them, whatever. No. I live an hour away. It's not, I got Alexis now. It's not a problem. It's got good.
Okay. So y'all heard that, right? I mean, he's like, he's like, it's, first of all, it's City Hall, dude. It's the town hall, right? He can absolutely just fucking, he's like, whatever. I could sit here all fucking day if I want to. That's his fucking right. That's his right. That's your right to do that. Because this is a guy who has crucial information in Karen Reed's case. He's stating that he never saw a body. He plowed the street and never saw a body. Right? Snowplow. Never saw the body. And so what he's doing here is he's like, all right, well, it's a public place. So what I can do, because technically, I mean, it's the citizens pay taxes for these services. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just sit here. The guy's got to come back sometime. I want to talk to this guy. This is a guy who could possibly exonerate an innocent woman, is what he's thinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fucking hit my minute, my piece with this guy. And I'm going to sit here and I'll fucking order Chinese food. I will relax, but he's got to come around here sometime. And whatever, I'll come back. But get used to me being around there. I'm going to sit there and my presence is going to bug you until you talk to me. That is not against the law. That's not harassment. That's not threatening.
Good. It's got great mileage and a good engine. I'll be there in an hour. No problem. Like, I'll get used to it. Get used to it.
Why?
I mean,
That's phone number?
yeah, I didn't get anything threatening about that at all.
I'm here to ask about this.
And I didn't get anything intimidating about that either. There was nothing intimidating about this. Now remember, the charge is that he's intimidating these people. What's intimidating about, okay, well, I'm gonna show up to where you work, and you work for me technically because I'm a citizen. So you're going to talk to me at some point. Or at least I'm going to hear you tell me I don't have anything to say. I'm going to get you on camera saying I don't have anything to say, at the very least. So, but I'm not seeing any intimidation. So then we go to episode 598. Now let's look for that. Should be right around here. 599, 598. Okay. And what's the timestamp? 598. Timestamp is hold on. This guy, Chris Albert, has his head on a swivel looking for turtle riders. I got bad news for you, Chris, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not seeing a timestamp here. 8-minute mark. Okay. So the 8-minute mark. Let's start it at 7:26.
Anyway, let me start off before we get into the motion, guys. So
now let me read what it says. Okay. So what it says here is this guy, meaning Chris Albert, has his head on a swivel looking for turtle riders. I got bad news for you, Chris. I got real bad news for you. They are literally everywhere. You guys should just stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here, homie. I know where y'all were today. You were in Agawam, weren't you? You guys were at some sort of Little League thing in Agawam. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. Just know that there will be no life as normal is over. Life as normal. You had normal for a while there from January 29th to about April 2023. You guys literally got away with murder. All right. Now let's hear how Turtleboy says it.
Wild shit happened like the last couple hours in Canton. So a woman, oh nice, a woman has a turtle rider. I believe her name is Deanna. You guys got to see this. Okay, so she goes to the waterfall bar today. I don't know if she's from Canton or what.
He looks so intimidating right now.
I'm
He
gonna bring
sounds
this
so
up for you guys.
intimidating. You sound so
We haven't
intimidating,
seen this
Turtle
yet.
Boy.
So there,
Yikes.
she posts this, and she says, "This is Chris Albert, right? We are at the waterfall." And there he is in the middle of the, afternoon at the bar. I don't know if he drove there or not because I don't know if he lost his license when people forget about Chris Albert. I mean, look at that face, by the way. Look at that face. That is the face of a man who he knows he's being photographed. He's pissed. He's not happy about it. Like, I confronted this guy a couple weeks ago. This guy's got his head on a swivel everywhere now. He's like, turtle riders, where are they? I got bad news for you, Chris. I got really bad.
That is simply referring to photographing him. He doesn't like to be, this is the context. I'm glad I played it prior to the actual quote because it creates context. The context is this guy knows he's being photographed and he doesn't like it. And it is absolutely his right to go and photograph him. If he's in a public place, he can absolutely photograph him. Paparazzi can do it. He can do it. Okay? Simple.
really bad news for you. They're literally everywhere. You can't like you guys should just stop going out in public. Like that'd be my recommendation. And it's only gonna get worse from here. It's only gonna I did not direct this person to do this. I can't stop them. They're everywhere. They don't like you. Nobody likes you.
Interesting, because they left that part out. They left that part out where he's basically saying, I can't stop people from fucking taking your picture, which implies he did not direct anybody to go over there and take this picture. He didn't even do that, even though it would have been fine. It would not have been illegal for him to do that. Right? It would not have been illegal for him to do that. Simple, you know, that's it. Like, turtle riders are everywhere. Like, you know, I can't stop these people from taking your picture, and they're fucking everywhere. And that is a fact. They're all over the goddamn place. This guy had a shit ton of people waiting outside the courthouse after his arraignment, and they were cheering for him. And he had fucking a crowd of news reporters in front of him, different news source microphones in front of his face, getting his statement. Yes, these people are everywhere. Absolutely. So that's not that's not him threatening anybody. That's not him. That's him just stating a reality. And he's being funny. He's being entertaining on his channel. Going, you might as well just like if you don't like being photographed, that was the context of what he meant by that. You might you might as well just stop going out in public. Meaning, like, you're going to get your picture taken. If you don't like having your picture taken, you're going to get your picture taken. There's just nothing that can be done about it. It just is what it is. That was the context in which he meant that.
You guys killed someone. You literally killed someone. Not you. You didn't do it. You raised someone who did it. And, you know, your big bro did it. But, like.
Now, interesting, okay? Because there's a bunch of shit that's cut out, right? They skip all of that. But here it says, you guys should stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where you all were today. You were in Agwan, weren't you? That hasn't even been said yet. You guys were in some little league thing in Agwan. Didn't even say that yet. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. Just know that there will be no life is as normal is over. Life as normal. You had a normal life. Blah, blah, blah. You literally got away with murder. Okay. But he's sitting here saying it wasn't you, not Brian himself. Not Brian himself. But he's saying not you, but, you know.
Like, and you obviously know this and you're helping to cover it up. But I guess you didn't kill anyone. So you got that going for you. So good job, Chris. You just raised the killer. Anyway, and we're going to get to that too. But he's obviously, when I saw him, like, this dude is ready and like looking around. They insist on going out in public. Like, Chris, I know.
Now it's Chris Albert, not Brian Albert. I'm sorry. I may have said Brian Albert. I'm not sure if I did, but if I did, I apologize. It's Chris Albert that he's referring to.
Where you guys were.
Chicken Palm Charlie.
For today. Y'all were in Agawam, weren't you? I got pictures of you on my cell phone. I got people sending me pictures. You guys were at some sort of little league.
I got people sending me pictures. Okay. I get people sending me emails, screenshots of shit all the fucking time that I don't ask for. I don't ask for them, people, but they happen. Whether you like it or not, they happen. Okay. Yes, this guy built a network of people that believe that Karen Reed is innocent. He has absolutely done this, and he deserves credit for that. But that doesn't come with being responsible for every single thing that these people do. It's very simple. He does not. These are individual people. And the fact of the matter is, taking someone's picture and sending it to him is not illegal either. You can absolutely do that.
thing in Agawam. I got pictures of Courtney Proctor. I got pictures of who is she with there? I forget. There's a whole crew here. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. So like, just know that there will be no life as normal is over. Okay. Life is normal. You had normal for a while
Right.
there from January 29th till about April, January 29th, 2022 till April of 2023. You guys literally got away with murder. Okay. You were being called out in court documents in court by David Yannetti, Alan Jackson and crew. And it just wasn't getting attention for some reason, like, which is wild because the story.
Okay. See, that's important too. Because what are you gonna if you're going to accuse him of being responsible for what all of these other people do, well, then you have to hold Karen Reed's attorneys responsible as well, which they know they can't do. Karen Reed's attorneys have absolutely brought this kind of attention. Now, it was him that actually amplified this attention. Absolutely. And he takes full responsibility for that. He takes full credit for that, as he should, because most of us are grateful to him for it. Karen Reed, I guarantee you, is grateful to him for it. But he's saying right here, he's like, yeah, her attorneys called you out on this in court, but it didn't get the attention that it's getting. That's me. I'm the one bringing all of this loud attention on you. And rightfully so, because there are questions, valid questions involving this case, a very public case. Because when someone is being prosecuted, people, okay? Now they say it's the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is what? The Commonwealth of Massachusetts is what? The Commonwealth is the people, folks. The people. The people of Massachusetts are the ones prosecuting Karen Reed. And there are many of these people in Massachusetts who don't think that Karen Reed is guilty of this crime. So the people of Massachusetts, meaning the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, don't mistake the Commonwealth of Massachusetts for being the prosecution. The prosecution merely works for the people. The prosecution works for the Commonwealth. It is the people that are demanding answers. And he is going out and getting those answers. That's all he's doing. This is what he's guilty of. And what he's guilty of is not a crime.
Story is freaking sensational. It's been there under my nose the whole time, and I didn't even know about it. And it turns out like the story of the century. And so now you just can't leave. I mean, you should leave, but you can't, because that's D&E Pizza's there. You're stuck. And I don't even know if you can drive because, oh yeah, you killed a guy. People forget that about Chris Albert. Like, he killed someone. Like, driving, was he drunk? I don't even know if he was drunk when he drove. Didn't he leave the scene? He left the scene. Some dude died. I don't even know how long he went to jail for, but he's out. I don't know if you lose your license for that. But I guess it runs in the family. So he wasn't happy about this. And so then the woman, Deanna, he confirmed.
All right. We're going to move on to the next thing. But before that, folks, oh my goodness, what?
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Cock Church. Move that ass, Cock Church. Nikki B, thank you so much. Thank you. Free Karen Reed and Turtleboy. Absolutely. Yes. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Nikki B. Now, let's move on to the next quote here, because I think he said all of this stuff. While discussing video of Chris Albert being confronted outside of a Canton restaurant, we, Kearney and his audience, are getting to them. Chris Albert and other witnesses When you act this way, that's like a green light for me. Time to hit the gas. Okay, let me read that one more time. We are getting to them. When you act this way, that's like a green light for me. Time to hit the gas. That's how it's portrayed here in the affidavit. Okay, let's hear Turtleboy's context of this. And it says here it is at the 19-minute mark.
I didn't take pictures of you.
You took pictures of me? Like, this is what you're doing? You're following someone, a woman, mind you. You're following a woman out to her car and being like, you took pictures of me. Who gives a fuck? You're in public. There's no expectation of privacy. Who cares if somebody took pictures
Right.
of you? Oh, you took pictures of me? Yeah, so what if I did? Who cares? And you got to confront her and like cause a scene. These people are so fucking stupid. Like, they just don't know how to keep a low profile. They can't help it. They are unraveling. This is unhinged behavior on the part of Chris Albert. We are getting to them. And like, Chris, the more you act like this in public, this just I'm like, oh, we're getting to him. Oh, that's like a green light for me. Like, ooh, time to hit the gas. Like, that's what that is. That's a big mistake on your part. Play some more.
Okay. Now, let's discuss that. Because it sounded like to me like he was responding to a comment in chat, like saying, you're getting to them. And then he was going, oh, yeah, we're getting to them. And to me, that's like a green light to hit the gas, meaning like we're putting pressure on them. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to put pressure on these people who seem to be totally conspiring in holding one story that is hell-bent on putting what he believes to be an innocent woman in prison for possibly the rest of her life. But make no mistake, this will ruin her life. And if he is correct, and Karen Reed is absolutely innocent, if he is correct and Karen Reed is absolutely innocent, well, I mean, isn't that something worth fighting for? Isn't that something worth putting pressure on people for? But this is not him. I mean, so far we're not seeing him out in the field. Now, I've seen him out in the field. But this is they're trying to construe these things on his live stream as though they're threats. And I'll tell you this right now. What I'm seeing so far as this affidavit goes, as far as their probable cause for these charges go, it holds as much water as Betty's bullshit fucking lawsuit against Queen Bee. Totally frivolous, absolute bullshit. Saying something says one thing and then it's absolutely not saying that at all. Just because you're putting it in quotes and how it says so, it's not definitive that these things are threats. And these things are not designed to intimidate. These things are, hey, just be ready. I'm giving you a heads up. Okay? I'm not going away. So the easiest thing for you to do is just come clean and give the and provide the proper information that is going to let this poor woman, who I believe to be absolutely innocent, move on with her life. That is all he's doing. To me, this is not in any way, shape, or form intimidation. It's pressure, but it's not intimidation.
Some more.
Now,
Well, how did I take a picture of you?
Juvenile.
I was on the phone.
Juvenile.
Serious conversation.
Yeah, let's have a serious conversation.
all right. Now let's go to the next thing here. All right. So the next thing here says, I got pictures of you. You can't leave the fucking country. Turtle Riders, we're going to find you. They're going to find you. You can't hide anymore. Your private life is officially over. Over. You leave your house, you're going to have your picture taken. So you need to get used to the new normal, your new normal. Turtle Riders are going to take pictures of you and they're going to send to me. You're famous. We need to accelerate it. They are doing a fantastic job with this. Woman who recorded video in Chris Albert confrontation. So the video that he's playing right here, this is at the 24-minute mark where he says these horribly threatening things. We need to accelerate it. So where did that say, the 24-minute mark? Yeah, 24-minute mark. Let's go to the 24-minute mark.
Where everyone agrees it's unanimous. Karen Reed did this, but it's just a great reminder. I love when she said, like, everyone in the state knows you did this, and it's true. Like, everyone outside of your bubble, which is really small, and it's getting smaller by the day. It used to be bigger. It used to be kind of like the whole town. That is day by day. So many people in your town are looking at you, Chris, every day. When you go out in public and you go to the grocery store or wherever, people are taking pictures of you. I got a picture of you, Chris, and your wife, Julie, because I know you're watching, Chris. It's about a week or so ago. You went to Twitter.
Now, just because they're called Turtle Riders, see, because some people might compare Turtle Riders to, say, the Cuck Squad, Ryan Cuck Church's Cuck Squad, right? Not the same thing. Okay. Like these like Ryan Cuck Church's following are just fans of music. That's all they are. They just worship the guy because he writes a song that they feel like they can relate to. And then they're like, we'll do anything that you want. Anything that you say is gospel and we love you. And that's it. That's not what Turtle Riders are here. Turtle Riders are of a different breed. Turtle Riders are on the side of Karen Reed. That's what Turtle Riders are. Okay. It's a very different thing. Okay. These are people that he has shown evidence that something very nefarious is going on in the Karen Reed prosecution. Something extremely nefarious is happening. And so what he's doing right now is he is exposing this through evidence, through court documents, through statements, police statements, through cell phone data. He's exposing all of this. And what he's doing is doing nothing but convincing logical people who look at things that is irrefutable, things that are irrefutable, and they go, oh shit, okay, in my state, in my area where I live, where I raise my kids, there are cops doing something horrible to an innocent woman. And that does not make me feel safe where I live. And so there are people going about their own way, doing things on their own. Now, granted, based on the information provided to them by Turtleboy, granted, but they're doing this on their own. These are what Turtle Riders are. These are people who are simply grateful to him for showing evidence about what's happening in their town where they live. This is a very different monster. These are not disciples of Turtleboy. These are disciples of the truth. Very different things. Very different things. He believes that the people of Canton are good people. And he says, guys, I love you. And I think this is important that you know this about what's going on in your town. That's all he's done. These are not people that he has a list of and they recruit. He doesn't recruit these people. He simply puts out information and people are receptive to this information. That's it. He can't be held responsible for those people.
The Twin River Casino, didn't you? I got pictures of you at Twin River Casino. I got pictures of Jen McCabe in Aruba. You can't leave the fucking country with like Turtle Riders. We're going to find you. They're going to find you. You can't hide anymore. Your life, your private life is officially over. Over. You leave your house, you're going to have your picture taken everywhere. So you need to get used to your new normal. This is your new normal. Any Turtle Rider sees you in public, they're going to do this. They're going to take pictures of you. They're going to send it to me. You're famous. Everyone knows what you did. And so this is a great reminder to the Chris Alberts of the world, because I'm sure he's not used to people challenging him like this. And he's freaking out. We need to accelerate it. I'm not telling you what to do, but Deanna did a fantastic job with this. Fantastic job.
See, they left that part out. They left out the part where he said, I'm not telling you what to do. They absolutely twisted that. He's saying, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying Deanna did a fantastic job with this footage. Now, I don't know about Court TV. Like, I highlighted that because I want to know what happened on Court TV. I'm very curious about what happened on Court TV. I don't think I have any mods in my chat.
I'm a loser.
You're
You're
a
the
lo-
loser.
that's just-
You're arguing with a woman in a parking lot. I'm going to my car.
This isn't your car.
The car next to you is my car. So yeah, pull me over all day long. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
This one
Yeah, that one there.
So there he is getting it. So he can't drive. Someone's got to drive. Somebody else drove him, and like Chris getting in the car. Of course, he can't drive. Does he even have a license? Picture this conversation on the way home. Fucking Turtleboy. You know, this guy would kill me in a heartbeat. Like, he's just so mad about this. Like, back, you know what he's thinking in his head? Back in the day, as in like 4 months ago, we would kick the shit out of Turtleboy. We'd teach him a fucking lesson. And that's the way they are. But guess what? We're not back in. The problem with back in the day is, you know, it's back in the day, as Slim Charles once said. The thing about the old days, the old days.
Yeah, they're gone. See, he's making an excellent point here, because this is very interesting. He's making an excellent point. The point he's making is, you know, these people, these people are thugs, and they would love to just disappear this guy. But the problem is they can't, because he's too goddamn public. That would bring too much attention on him, on them. If Turtleboy were to just disappear like Hoffa, every single one of those people that were in that house on that night at 34 Fairview, anyone, they would have a microscope on them. The people would revolt. The people of Canton, the people of Massachusetts would lose their shit if something physically happened to this guy. They know they can't do nothing, because they would have the town, the whole state would be coming down on them like a ton of bricks. And all he's doing is exposing them for what they are. And the interesting thing is they're following his example. The people that he's not even responsible for are still following his example, because he straight up says, I want peaceful protesters. I don't want any violence, nothing like that. If you're gonna do what I'm doing, don't do anything different than what I do. You know? So people are just taking their pictures. People see them go to a casino, they take their picture. People see them go to a Little League game, they take their picture. And so your picture's getting taken wherever you go. So what? So does that mean that does that mean that Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, fucking Pete Davidson, for fuck's sake, that these people could just start bringing charges up on paparazzi? Is that what they say? These people fucking they go to their houses and they take pictures of them at their houses. I mean, is that where we're at? That Kim Kardashian can go and just start bringing up charges on the press? What?
And it's
All
not.
right, so let's move on to the next, because there's a lot of this. All right, so episode 604, we got to go to that. Now, what is the timestamp here? 17-minute mark. Now, what does it say here? 17-minute mark. Okay. I said from the beginning, I don't want this to go to trial. Okay. What they're implying here is, now I want it to go to trial. I do. But what they're implying here is that he's trying to say that that I don't want this to go to trial, that something should happen to where it doesn't go to trial, where something where someone gets hurt. That's what they're trying to imply that he's implying here. And it's asinine. It just doesn't make sense. But let's hear the context. Let's hear a little bit of the context.
And Boston Magazine's calling these people up, and because they liked it when the Boston Globe was doing what they always do, ignoring a real story. Like that, and WCVB was doing what they do best, covering up a real story, because they have personal ties to it through Greg Henning and Katie Thompson, that animal abusing piece of shit. So Katie Thompson Falconer, that is. By the way, she's pregnant again. Can you believe that? She's hiding behind pregnancy again. Oh, and she did a thing on this the other day. It was disgusting. Like, it's like I don't want to get into that. Anyway, so I just feel like there's something going on here, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my senses are wrong. I don't know. Again, this is just an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not based in any. It is based in something. Some things I've seen, obviously, with Colin Albert. And
hey, shout out to Twisted Tragedies. Twisted Tragedies was at the courthouse when Turtleboy got released. And I went ahead and streamed your footage there. I appreciate it. I appreciate you getting that footage, that boots on the ground footage. I appreciate it.
And the Brian Higgins rumors and all that. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like something's happening. However, at the same time, it's like, somebody said this to me the other day about Karen Reed. It's like, this is no way to live. Like, this is not a life. Like, how long can one person deal with this cloud? Like, I've said from the beginning that I do not want this to go to trial. Not that I fear her getting found guilty or anything like that, but just, that's a sham. Like, it should never go. Like, this should be dropped. If there's any justice in the world, these charges should be dropped.
There it is. Okay. Now you see how that's being twisted? Right there. Right there. Look at how that's being twisted. I said from the beginning that I don't want this to go to trial. That means street justice, motherfucker. That's not what he was doing. He's saying this whole thing is a fucking sham. This woman, these charges should just be dropped and she should be able to go the fuck home. This should be over. It should have never happened in the first place. She should never have to have walked into a courtroom in the first place. She should never have been put in handcuffs in the first place. That's all he meant by that. I mean, what's hard to understand about that? Like, the more and more I see this, because this is easily disproven. All of this shit is easily disproven. All of this shit in this affidavit is absolutely easily disproven. What I'm getting the impression of simply is they raided his house to get his tech to find out who his sources were and shut up those cops, those good cops that were probably his sources. Because now his sources, all of his sources are compromised. Because as a journalist, as an expose journalist, you're only as good as your sources. And if all his sources are compromised, then they get to shut him up. And that's all this was about, was shutting him up. This is an absolute 150% violation of his First Amendment rights. This was a rape of his First Amendment rights.
And the people that actually did this should be charged for it. But at the same time, like, how long can this go on for? Like, and how much stress does this take on a human being? Like, this has to be putting years on Karen Reed, like, mentally. So for her sake, it's like, wouldn't the best thing for her be to just get this over with? Like, let's fucking dance. Let's dance. Oh, remind me to show you the Reddington text tonight too. I've never showed these before. I'm sure I decided I'm going to show them tonight. Fuck it. So I just wrote it down. But like, if you were her, like, don't, like, let's go. Let's fucking do it. Like, I understand not wanting to, and this has been my position from the beginning, because I've thought about being in this position before, and just the roller coaster that must be happening in your stomach in those few hours where you're sitting there waiting for a jury verdict to come back. Like, and you see, like, when Kyle Rittenhouse was exonerated, like, he fucking, like, it was authentic. He broke down crying. Like, it was crazy. Like it's just like so much can change in one word. And, you know, either with not just if the word not is in there, isn't in there, your whole life is over. Like, it's like, imagine that, life in prison, or you go on to become a very wealthy person, and that's what she will be after this, a very wealthy person, and deservedly so. Book deals and got, you know, movie rights, and God knows what she'll get out of this, or life in prison. Now, there's like a 99.999% chance it would be the first one, not life in prison. But would you want that? Like, would you get on a plane if you thought there was a 1% chance that plane would crash? Would you want to get on that plane? You know, wouldn't you rather just, like, if like, God is,
I mean, I get what he's saying, but there is like at least a 1% chance that plane's going to crash every time you get on a plane. Sorry, folks, but that's just the truth. But in the words of Superman, statistically speaking, it's still the safest place. It's still the safest way to travel, folks. So
just fucking drive. But then driving's expensive, and you're stuck in traffic.
All right, now let's move on to the next. It says here that on September 13th, 2023, Kearney posted a blog entitled "Canton Cover Up." Free Karen Reed billboard goes up en route outside Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. 2 more to follow. Now, I'm not going to go over the blogs. I'm just going to go over the YouTube stuff. But people, don't hate me for that. Just make no mistake that there are a lot of supporters of Turtleboy out there who I am sure are going to put together all of this stuff. Plenty of people are going to do this. Plenty of people are going to do what I'm doing right now. So there are people that are going to go over all of the blogs, every single little stitch of everything that's in this thing. But I'm just going to focus on the YouTube stuff, at least for tonight. Let's see. Episode 590. What is the this one doesn't have a timestamp. Oh wait, all right, let's see. Yeah, I don't, it doesn't have a timestamp, so I don't know where this is.
Really need to go
left a
over. And
voice-
one of the things that I've came into the bar and we're positioned on the opposite end.
Like in this episode, apparently, allegedly, he left a voicemail for Detective Proctor. And I'm just not sure where that is.
Of the high top table across the group was occupying. Nicole recalled John coming over once and asking if they wanted anything from the bar. Nicole's at 6:07, so she okay. All right, back Billy.
Maybe it's towards the end. I don't know.
I'm trying to catch up,
He's
it's
just
not my
in the
world.
chat.
so I can't.
Oh, okay. I see him on the phone here. Okay, here we go. So apparently he left this voicemail. Okay. Hi, Trooper Proctor. This is award-winning journalist Aidan Kearney calling. I'm calling to talk to you. I do have some questions about you. I have a lot of questions, actually. For starters, why didn't you tell me, one, before doing the investigation, that you were good friends with the Albert family? Why did you, in your report, say that you were introduced to Chris Albert on February 10th when you have known him for more than a decade prior to that? Why did you lie about what time you towed Karen Reed's car? Why did you intentionally misspell the names of several key witnesses in your report? And I'm just wondering about all those things, and maybe you and I can meet up for coffee. Boy, do I have a lot of questions for you. When you were inside Fairview Road that night, or that morning rather, why did you stay there for 4.5 hours? And what did you guys talk about and do? And why were you descending stairs with John O'Keefe's phone in your pocket? So give me a call back, man. We feel like you and I have a lot of catching up to do. I talk about you a lot. I feel like I know you pretty well at this point. I know which year you graduated from the academy. I know you were out in West Brookfield for a while. I know some people that you know, so give me a call back when you get this. Now that I have your number, and everybody watching also has your number, which again is 781-364-1165. So I'd like to know, she called you again. You called her at 12:49. We're going to get that. So we're going to get to that. So now I have your number. I'm going to plug you in, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Scary, bro. Intimidating as fuck.
Maureen Durfin?
At the tone, please record your message.
Maureen
When you finish
Durfin?
recording, you may hang up
Who's
or
Maureen
press
Durfin?
1 for more options.
Hi, Maureen. My name is Eden Carney. I'm an award-winning journalist at a publication called Turtleboy Daily News. The reason we're calling you is that we noticed that you called.
Yeah, I know I gave the number out, but that's because he gives the number out here. I mean, it's already out there. This shit's been up there forever. I'm not doing nothing that wasn't already done.
Called Jennifer McCabe on the afternoon of July 22nd, 2022, the day that John O'Keefe was found dead and murdered on the front lawn of 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Massachusetts. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but I did notice that you and Jennifer spoke for.
This is a different voicemail, so I don't know where the other. I have to look and see where else he's holding the phone up. See what he's talking about. Here we go.
Point, Jennifer McCabe is still inside 34 Fairview Road, still inside.
So he's just got a list of numbers here, and he's calling.
Then she gets a call at 10:55 from someone who she speaks to for 1 minute and 18 seconds.
This isn't it.
And it's incoming. She's still in the house. So I guess you know what we need to do. Let's give this person a call. Find out who the hell this is. They're not in her phone. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, so this isn't it. Y'all are saying. I already checked later. I mean, he's just calling a bunch of different numbers. Oh, see?
It's Proctor. It's Proctor. It's fucking Proctor.
Okay, see, this is Proctor.
At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Trooper Proctor. This is award-winning journalist Eden Carney calling. I'm calling to talk to you. I do have some questions about you. I have a lot of questions, actually. For starters, why didn't you tell anyone before doing the investigation that you were good friends with the Albert family? Why did you, in your report, say that you were introduced to Chris Albert on February 10th when you had known him for more than a decade prior to that? Why did you lie about what time you towed Karen Reed's car? Why did you intentionally misspell the names of several key witnesses in your report? And I'm just wondering about all of those things. And maybe you and I can meet up for coffee, because boy, do I have a lot of questions for you. When you were inside Fairview Road that night,
It sounds so
that
threatening.
morning rather, why did you stay there for 4.5 hours?
I mean, he sounds so threatening. He sounds so intimidating. I mean, if I was a lead detective on a murder case, I'd be fucking quaking in my boots right now, and I would definitely bring charges on this guy because I don't feel safe.
And what'd you guys talk about and do? And why were you descending stairs with John O'Keefe's phone in your pocket? So give me a call back, man. I feel like you and I have a lot of catching up to do. I talk about you a lot. I feel like I know you pretty well at this point. I know which year you graduated from the academy. I know you were out in West Brookfield for a while. I know some people that you know. So give me a call back when you get this. Now that I have your number, and everybody watching also has your phone number, which again is 781-364-0165. So I'd like to know. She called you again. You called her.
Now, although this is something that I normally would never, ever, ever do, okay? I want to be clear about that. Would I have done what he just did right here? No. No. Okay? And some of you are thinking, well, you just did. Well, it was already done, okay? Like, I don't have nearly the following that he has. I didn't cause any damage. Most of the people here are people who already follow him and have already seen this. So, okay. But the fact of the matter is, it's all public. And as much as I hate doxing, okay, as much as I can't stand it, it is not illegal. And the subject tonight is whether or not they actually have a case against Aiden Kearney. That's the question. The question is whether or not they have a case against him. Okay? So, it's not illegal. It's not illegal.
At 12:49. And we're going to get to that. So Now that I have your number, I'm going to plug you in and we'll talk soon. Bye. Now, this is fascinating, folks. This is fascinating. Okay. So that is Michael Proctor's phone number. Oh, I hope he tries to get an order on me. I goddamn hope he does. So now that you all have Michael Proctor's phone number, you can call him too if you want. If you want, I mean, I'm not, if you have a question, he's a public official.
Right. Now, again, not illegal. And he's not saying anything. So one could argue, okay, well, we know what he's really doing here, blah, blah, blah. But he's stating a fact here. He is a public official, and the public has questions. The public has questions for this man. So what he's saying is, if you want, you could give this guy a call. If you want to call this guy and ask him questions, absolutely. He's not saying, hey, call this guy and harass him. He's not saying, hey, call this guy and threaten him. He's not saying, hey, call this guy and tell him you know where his kids live. He's not saying anything like that. He's saying, if you have questions, he is a public official. And if you have questions, give him a call. That's all he's saying to do. He's not going, blow up his phone. He's not doing that at all. The public demands answers. That is the entire point of everything that he's doing. The public simply demands answers. Because he asked some very valid questions in that voicemail. Very valid questions. Questions that merit that demand answers by the public. I mean, he is a detective. He is a public servant. And he's doing things that merit questions. And he's not doing things that merit questions. And all he's doing is, as a reporter, is representing the people. Like, don't give me your questions to ask him. Ask him yourself. If you've got questions, ask him yourself. That's all he's saying. That's not illegal. That's not a crime.
And so I think it's interesting here. And by the way, I'm told that the 339 number is Sergeant Lank at 859. The other guy from Canton PD who likes to bail out Albert family members when they're in a bind and was inside the house that morning probably knew something that's going on too. So this was, and by the way, Lank, I believe, was the one that discovered Sandra Birchmore's body and immediately determined that that was a suicide. And she was not killed by Matthew Farwell, who there's video of him leaving her apartment shortly after that. So, and it's interesting here that Lank and Proctor are not plugged into her phone as contacts. They're not contacts. So my question is, how'd she get their phone numbers? How did you get, that was Michael Proctor's personal cell phone number that we just called. How did she get that? How did she, did it call her? Did she call it? It's an incoming call. He called her. He called her.
Okay, wait a second.
How'd she get their phone numbers? Proctor are not plugged into her phone at Lank.
Who's her?
After that?
Whose phone list is this?
So, and it's interesting.
This is somebody's phone records. I want to know who they are. Is it Jennifer McCabe's?
Yeah, that Lank and Proctor are not plugged into her phone as contacts. They're not contacts. So my question is, how'd she get their phone numbers? How did you get, that was Michael Proctor's personal cell phone number that we just called. How did she get that? How did it call her? Did she call it? It's an incoming call. He called her. He called her.
Huh.
Why is he calling her?
Okay, so this is interesting. So this is Jennifer McCabe's call log. I'm glad I'm seeing this right here. I'm really glad I'm seeing this. This is a little bit different than I'm going on a little bit off of the rails here, but he's going over Jennifer McCabe's phone records for that day, for January 29th. Okay, January 29th. January 28th was the birthday celebration, right? Of fucking Albert, whichever fucking the 17 about to turn 18-year-old Albert. I already forgot his fucking name. The son of Chicken Palm Charlie. So Colin Albert, thank you. So this is Colin's Colin's birthday on the 28th. The 29th is in the morning, where they find at sometime at 4 something in the morning is when 911 is called. And then this is very interesting here, because at right here, 10:55 a.m. 10:55 a.m. Proctor calls Jennifer. At 10:55 a.m., Proctor calls Jennifer. Oh, it was Brian. Okay, it was Brian Albert Jr.'s birthday. Sorry about that. Why did I think it was Collins? Sorry about that. So 911 was called at 6 a.m. Okay. Now, but Colin, okay, so Colin went to the party, but it wasn't his birthday. Okay, got it. It was Brian Albert Jr.'s birthday. Sorry about that. I'm still pretty fresh to this case, guys, so I do apologize if I get things wrong, but that's why I love having you guys in my chat, because I can be corrected. And I love that. Now, this is very interesting, because this is something that I did not know of, and I could see why. And it seems like this, during this stream, this seems to be what probably set them off. So he left this voice message, which is very innocent. It's exactly what a reporter might do, but one who is trying to expose things. Now, it's not something that I would do, but he's basically saying, hey, this is his way of saying, I'm recording this phone call. You're on a live stream. I have your phone number. Everyone has your phone number. So expect a lot of questions. But we can make this real easy if you just meet me for coffee. Now, again, not illegal. But as he's doing this, Turtleboy discovers that an incoming call from Michael Proctor goes to Jennifer McCabe's phone at 10:55 a.m. and 3 seconds. 10:55 a.m. and 3 seconds. This is very, very, very important. Why is this person calling Jennifer McCabe? Now, it's very possible that someone else called Michael Proctor, and then they said, hey, call Jennifer. You need to talk to Jennifer. Tell Jennifer what she needs to do. But then he's not on duty at the time, and somehow he ends up being the lead detective on this case. Fascinating. Somehow he ends up being the lead detective on this case. Jenna Rocco. Oh my goodness.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a.
Thank you, Jenna Rocco. Am I in the Justice for Turtleboy Facebook page? No, I didn't know there was a Justice for Turtleboy Facebook page. I'm in the Justice for John O'Keefe Facebook page, but I am not in the Justice for Turtleboy Facebook page. But I will look for it. I will look for it. I normally, I got to tell you, and thank you, Jenna Rocco. I appreciate it. I normally fucking hate Facebook groups, dude. I normally fucking hate them. They're just full of wild speculation and then nasty arguments, and then people argue and they dox each other and people get ugly, and I want nothing. Oh, it's the Justice for John O'Keefe and Karen Turtleboy official. Yes, I am part of that group. I am in that group. Jenna Rocco, I am. I don't post much, and most of what I post doesn't get approved. And I think it's just because they don't want anybody like promoting themselves. But hold on, wait.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Brian Fitzgerald. Let's do it again. Yes, we just did. Thank you so much, buddy. You're saying I could learn a lot from the group. I know I could, but the thing is let me tell you something. I am massively, horribly ADHD. One of the reasons why you see me get things wrong here is because I am dyslexic. I am ADHD. I am all over the place. I have a massive learning disability. I always have since I was a kid. And so I have to process information a certain way. And so I discipline myself to only getting information from the documents. This way I know that I'm not no, I'm not a perfectionist at all. I'm definitely not a perfectionist, Tracy. This way I know that I'm getting the information from a reputable source. My name on Facebook is Will Henry, Jenna Rocco. So no, and I can't read 70 pages. I just have it there for reference. Okay. I just have it there for reference. So yeah. So if I read something and then I'm like, and then people are saying, no, that's not what happened, I can go back to Sleuthy Goosey's little spreadsheet here and I can go, oh, wait, well, let me look that up because she put it out nice and neat. So but yeah, I do find it fascinating that Michael Proctor, before he was even assigned to the case, called Jennifer McCabe's phone. I find that fascinating. Oh, I'm horribly dyslexic. You have no idea. I am horribly dyslexic. I'm worse with numbers. Like sometimes words and letters get mixed up, but numbers, forget it. I can't do math. I can't do math. Even like the simplest math, I could barely do. It's terrible. So Proctor got the case at 8 a.m. Okay. All right. So then okay. So he did so he did already have the case, according to Brian Fitzgerald here. So let me see here real quick. I'm not seeing Proctor on this list. Hold on. Yeah, where would you find that? Where would you find where Proctor got the where would you find where Proctor got the case assigned to him? I'm curious. That's interesting too. Right. No, I know he interviewed Jen in the morning. Thank you, Cherry. Let me see what time that was. Jennifer McCabe. At 11:30 a.m. Okay, so he, according to this document, Trooper Michael Proctor's April 6, 2022 report memorializing his interview with Jennifer McCabe on January 29th, 2022 at 11:30 a.m. conducted at her residence. Okay. Wait, was there a Is it possible Turtleboy is right but going about it wrong? It's absolutely possible. It's absolutely possible. And thank you for that, No Strays. I appreciate it. It's absolutely possible. Make no mistake about that. But that's what we're exploring. That's exactly what we're exploring. Now, I can't officially say because I'm not an attorney. I'm actually looking forward. I've been in talks with another attorney that's on YouTube. Um, and I'm in the works, hopefully, of talking to another one. What I'm hoping to do, and I might be reaching a little bit out of my element here, but I'm hoping to get a panel of attorneys to join me for a live stream at one point to discuss these charges, and just have them just kind of hash it out and discuss whether or not there is a strong or weak case against Turtleboy and what he would need, excuse me, and what he would need to do to beat these charges. So I would be fascinated to be on a panel with a bunch of uh, intelligent, educated people like them and discuss that. Absolutely, 100%. I would absolutely love that. Twisted Tragedies? No. As much as I like your channel and I appreciate everything that you're doing. But yeah, I not being a lawyer, but wanting to be one is not going to be good enough for what I want to know. I need I need confirmation from people uh who actually pass the bar and know the law and and can actually explain these things. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, Bob Moda. Yes, Mike Brooks is someone who I have spoken to. We may or may not be doing something. We don't have anything set in stone, but I have been in contact with Bob Moda. Yes. Well, the problem with that, Cherry, is that I'm not Bullhorn Betty. So, no, I'm not going to Google uh, legal stuff. I want to talk to actual lawyers. Oh, that means a lot. Back after this. Back after this. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, no, I gotta say, man, that I I have a long history of uh taking on situations on YouTube, especially in the true crime world, where there's certain things that grab me and I get very passionate about them. And once I get caught up, um once I get caught in something, once something's got its clutches on me, then I'm on board and I'm fighting to the burger, man. So at this point, I doubt Alan Jackson would do a show, but man, if I could get Alan Jackson on here, man, I would be fucking ecstatic. I'd love to pick his brain, talk to him. Um, but yeah, uh, I'd love to talk to him and pick his brain. But yeah, anybody who's followed my channel for a long time, when a case like this comes along and there seems to be some real injustice taking place, I get very passionate about it, and so I am absolutely on board. I am totally in support of Turtleboy at this point, um, with the fact that he is facing criminal charges, and so far I'm not seeing any reason why he should. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to wrap this up, but we're not done yet, and I want to let me mark where I'm at. I'm only on page 4 out of 70 out of 70 pages, folks. So we're going to be doing this for a while. Just saying, not tonight. But I am going to continue going over this stuff, and every single YouTube reference that they make in here, I'm going to compare what it says on that compared to what Turtleboy is actually saying. Yes, I've me and Ricada Law have we have a parallel. I was in his chat the other day. He knows who I am because we both talked about another case, and we were both very passionate about this case. And then he kind of threw out there that we should liaise and get together and talk. So I would absolutely love to have Ricada Law on this channel and talk to him. So, but I mean, the way that I look at it, as far as Turtleboy, now again, I have to wait till trial, and I'm still technically on the fence when it comes to Karen Reed, and don't hate me, but understand that the only thing that is keeping me on that fence is the fact that I still don't know what the prosecution has. I know what the defense has, but I have no idea what the prosecution has. And so the prosecution, I mean, the trial not happening just yet is the only thing. Basically, I'm hanging off of the fence. Like my pant leg is stuck on one of the links sticking out of the fence. Okay. And I'm just hanging upside down off of this fence. Okay. That's where I'm at as far as Karen Reed goes. Right now, I absolutely believe she's innocent, but I am still open to hearing the prosecution's case. Until there's a trial, I cannot make a definitive decision of what I believe to be true or not true. So it is an image, Raven 1303. Now, I hope you understood my analogy. I hope that analogy was as clear as day. But that's exactly where I'm at on the Karen Reed thing. Now, as far as the Turtleboy thing, I haven't seen him do anything. I think so far what I'm seeing the prosecution in Turtleboy's case doing is throwing mud and seeing where it sticks. That's all this seems to be. So I'm absolutely in support of Turtleboy at the moment, and I'm grateful to all of you guys because my audience is growing, and I love to have a new. I love to have fresh eyes on my channel and have new people in my chat to interact with, and you guys have been fucking amazing. So I haven't seen anybody being disrespectful. I haven't seen anybody being shitty. You guys have just been so fucking cool since you joined my community, and I'm super grateful for it. And that all right there tells me that I feel like I am on the right side of things. So that makes me feel very, very warm and fuzzy inside. So I really appreciate you guys. Seriously. And I'm really grateful to Turtleboy as well for being up here and speaking with me that time that he did. And I'm just sorry that he's going through everything that he's going through right now. So as somebody who supports him, I'm going to do everything that I can to continue being expressive of what he's trying to express, regardless of his trials and tribulations at the moment. Oh, shut up, Cherry. No. Oh shit! Look who's here. What's up, buddy? Yeah, man. It's good. Yeah, I'm glad I get to tell you directly. Thank you for everything, man, and everything that you're doing. You're paying the ultimate price, and so I'm on board, man. Anything you need, you just let me know, and I'll help in any way that I can. My platform is at your disposal. So I'm very grateful to you. Let's see. I'm just waiting to jump on a stream with Chrissy. I think she's running late, but been watching. Oh, okay, cool, man. Thank you. So yeah. Here, let me do this real quick. Do me a favor and no, it's wrong. Here we go. Here, I like to give creators free reign in my chat. So you have a wrench. If you could drop a link to that stream, please drop it in the chat so that I have it and so that everybody here in the chat knows where to go. I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure they would really appreciate it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go through every single fucking one of every reference in this affidavit as far as YouTube goes. The blogs, I'll let somebody else handle that. But everything YouTube wise, I am going to go through all of your content, and I am going to contrast every statement in this affidavit versus the actual footage. And I'm going to take as long as it takes to do that. I'm going to do as many streams as it takes to do that. So absolutely 100%. Yeah, I don't know who Chrissy is either, and I want to be able to watch that. Brian Fitzgerald, that's going to be the plan because there's a lot to go over. So I'm going to probably have to do this every night. So yeah, absolutely. So Gregor Smith, what's the name of her channel? Somebody like tell me what Chrissy's channel is at least. Chrissy Mayer. Let me see. Is it with a CH? Let's see. There we go. I found it. Boom. Let's see. Live. She's got it. Okay, here we go. I got it. All right. So here's the link to that stream, guys. So I guess Turtleboy's going to be on that. Unless that's the wrong one, because does she have more? No, wait. There's two different. Oh, wrong one. Wrong. She has a bunch of upcoming ones. This is the right one. This is the right one. All right. It's just starting right now. So the link that I just dropped, I'll pin it. All right. So the link that I just dropped and I pinned in the chat, that is the link you want to go to. When you get over there, tell them it's a Glare raid. Tell them the Glare sent you. And I'll see you guys in that chat. So I'm going to go ahead and call it now. That seems like a great time to do so. Anyways, guys, thank you for all your support. Thank you for smashing the like on this. Thank you for subscribing. I love you guys very much. I meant every word I said to you guys. I am so grateful to you guys. So get used to seeing a lot of me because I'm not going fucking anywhere. I love you guys very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school just like their neighbors and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.